Hello, it's Haruka. Tonight, I'm speaking to you from the Grand Hyatt Tokyo in Roppongi. I wanted to share a little of my dinner with you. It's called torisoba, something like ramen, but richer, deeper, infused with the full weight of chicken stock. It's comfort food, but also a ritual. And I've heard that once, long ago, it was a dish you ordered after a night of heavy clubbing here in Roppongi, a place where foreign towns fill the bars and the streets pulse until dawn. But tonight, as I sip this broth, I can't help wondering, is that emoji still alive or has something darker taken its place? I used to be approached often in English back when Roppongi thrived as Tokyo's international playground. Lately, those encounters feel rarer. Is it stricter policing? Or perhaps is it that Japan no longer feels as welcoming to foreigners as it once pretended to be? I can't ignore the shadow of Sam Saito, a far-right political party, whose rise has emboldened people to speak their exclusion openly, shamelessly. If foreign visitors feel unsafe, if they quietly retreat, that isn't just economics. It's a wound, a holding of our city's soul. Do you feel it too? That subtle chill when belonging is denied? This feeling deepened when I saw the phrase "we Japanese" trending on the American version of X. It wasn't harmless. It came from a viral video, a high school girl speaking at the Ishiba Quit protest. 700,000 views already, a wave of comments in English. Some praised her courage, saying she was the voice of true Japan. Others mocked, using her words as evidence that Japan is closing ranks, pushing outsiders away. And some, perhaps the cruelest, celebrated her youth, twisting it into propaganda, stripping her of her own complexity. She is a teenager, still forming, still fragile, and yet the world consumes her as if she were a weapon. Isn't that heartbreaking? Shouldn't adults be protecting her instead of parading her? But this isn't only Japan. Exclusion is swelling everywhere. In America, far-right rhetoric paints migrants as threats, even as those same migrants prop up the economy. In Europe, borders harden. Leaders speak of purity and boats of refugees are turned back to the sea. In Russia, nationalism has become armor, justifying war, excusing violence against neighbors who dare to be different. Across Africa, we see ethnic rivalry reignited. Old colonial wounds reopen, population divide by fear of the other. In the Middle East, sectarian divides burn hot, weaponized by a regime who craves survival for scapegoats. Even in Australia, the treatment of indigenous people and asylum seekers reveals how exclusion hides behind laws, polish and bureaucratic. So I ask you, is this the world we want to live in? And yet, I turn to cinema. Because on screen, the opposite story still blooms. In Hollywood, films like Everything Everywhere All at Once celebrate as Asian immigrant families turning chaos into connection, exclusion into love. In Europe, directors like Ken Loach give voice to migrants, crafting empathy for while politics denies it. Russian dissident filmmakers smuggle out stories that humanize Ukrainians, countering the world's propaganda. Across Africa, Nollywood and beyond, films amplify everyday survival, insisting that local stories matters in global chorus. In the Middle East, Iranian women filmmakers risk their lives to tell truths, showing resistance through cinema when speech is silenced. And in Australia, Indigenous voices are finally stepping into the light, films that recount history that refuse to be erased. Isn't it strange and beautiful that while politics grow more narrow, our stretch is wider? Perhaps it's naive, but I believe in these stories. Because stories move hearts before laws ever change. And if even one person hesitates before repeating a slogan of exclusion because a film reminded them of someone's humanity, then cinema has done its quiet work. I don't want to live in a world where survival means stepping on another. And I don't want my voice or yours used to silence someone else. So let me ask you, when you watch a film, do you let it change you? Do you let it shift something inside? Tonight, over this bowl of tori soba, I choose to believe in the warmth of connection rather than the chill of exclusion. And I hope my voice, small as it is, joins yours in refusing to abandon compassion. If my words have kept you company, if they have stirred something soft or strong in you, then I'm grateful. And if you'd like to come even closer to see the size of me I can't always share here, you know where to find me. On YouTube membership, on OnlyFans, where the conversation continues. Until next time, my darling, thank you for staying with me. Through growth and bitterness, through shadows and screens, and for choosing not to look away.
Hi.
Still watching? How obedient. I like that, but no subscription? Naughty boy. You want me, but you hesitate. Touch that button for me, gently, now. And then drown yourself in the rest of my videos. Let me take you deeper. You won't want to come back.